Hey, welcome to the Original Brew Collective podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Ben.
And I'm Robert.
And we are on another episode where we are reviewing a different beer from a different brewery. And this week is no different. The beer that we are drinking today is actually a collaboration. It's between Other Half Brewing, which is located in Brooklyn, New York, and Humble Sea, which is located in Santa Cruz, California. So, man, the different coasts.
Yeah.
Coming together.
It's coast to coast.
And Robert and I have been to Humble Sea together. So, on the count of three, let's say what our favorite beer is that we've ever had from Humble Sea. Okay? Are you ready?
I remember.
Are you ready?
I think I remember.
All right. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Party Wave. Yes! I don't know.
I only do low fives.
Oh, sorry. Dude.
No.
Party Wave was an incredible beer.
I couldn't remember if it was Pastry Wave or Party Wave.
Party
It was
Wave.
Party Wave, and that was Humble Sea's
with
collaboration.
Like 3 A's or something.
Yeah.
In the wave.
It was Humble Sea's collaboration with Moxa, and if you know Moxa is killing the stout game.
And it was also in collaboration with Verve Coffee.
Oh, that's true.
Which is local to Santa Cruz.
Yeah,
area.
good call out. Thank you for that. Yeah, absolutely true. So yeah, we're really excited about this one. This one is a double IPA collaboration coming in at 8.6 ABV, and this one is actually called Huffing Dryer Sheets. And so if you're not watching on YouTube and you're just listening on whatever podcast streaming platform, you can't see the label, but I will give you a brief description. It is, the top of it is more of a yellow. It's all reflective. And it's like a yellow going down to a pink and almost like fading like ombre. If you're not familiar with what ombre is, remember when girls used to color their hair from like brown to fade it into blue or something? That's ombre.
Yeah. Great description.
Thanks, man. And then it has little figures of faces, like inhaling, and then little dryer sheets all over. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Huffing dryer sheets.
It does.
Yeah. So we're really excited about this one. I'm gonna crack it open right now without further ado, and let's check it out. Let's see this the color and head retention that we get. Let's make sure we get some good pours.
Have you ever huffed a dryer sheet?
Oh, I've huffed other things, but not dryer sheets.
I never have either.
I've never huffed. That was a joke. I haven't huffed much of. I haven't huffed much of anything. Sorry if you're not watching. You didn't see that. I was looking at Ben when I said that, and I spilled a little bit of this beer on the table, and I don't have anything to clean it up with.
Oh man,
it's okay.
We could grab something from over there.
Nah.
Okay. It's fine.
And the show must go on.
The show must go on.
I mean, it smells incredible. My hand smells absolutely amazing. I wish. I mean, it doesn't smell like dryer sheets. It smells a lot better.
Yeah.
But I do like the smell of dryer sheets.
I do too, actually.
Yeah, who doesn't? I'm sure that's why they named it this.
Yeah.
So the color, Ben, please give us a description of that color.
It is
gorgeous color.
It is. It's like a. I would say it's.
No,
I would say it's like a straw yellow.
Yeah, that's
color.
That's a solid description. Milky.
Not super dark, but it is have like a darker yellow, kind of hinting at orange color.
Yeah,
like
I would say spectrum. Like milky though. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
Has that like little whiteness to it.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Opaqueness. Yeah, but it's definitely really opaque.
Yeah, it's opaque for sure.
You're not seeing anything through that. And the head retention is solid. Swirling it around in the glass. We get a nice, coating on the glass. Really like to see that.
Yeah.
Think of it as when you swirl a wine around and you like to see it kind of layer the glass and then it had those legs that drip down.
Yeah, this one is really nice.
So it's kind of similar to wine in that sense, in a way. And so that's a sign of a quality beer, as we always kind of say. Mm-hmm. This is one thing that we always look for if you've never joined us before. These little characteristics.
Yeah.
Let's see what we get on the nose.
No, let's do it.
I'm getting like citrus, and I don't know if it's just that I was having some pretty bad allergies the other day, so maybe that's affecting my nose right now. But I'm not getting a whole lot of a powerful aroma. Just like some nice. I mean, it smells nice and refreshing, and some citrus, but it's not like in my face.
Yeah.
Like other beers we've tried. I don't know. Is that just me, or are you?
No, I would say that's. I would say that's accurate.
Okay.
I'm getting like. Could you say citrus? I'm getting kind of orange.
Okay.
More
citrus.
Yeah, more orange.
I think, I mean, obviously saying citrus is a lot more vague and there's a much more broad spectrum that encompasses the whole citrus family.
Like orange and like grapefruit and honestly, kind of like a subtle hint of like melon almost on it. Pretty subtle though, but it would be like the honeydew melon on it. than beer.
Yeah. I mean, you're crushing the description on the nose today, dude.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben. You want to try it?
Yes, I do.
Let's try
it.
It
Smells really good.
That is very good.
Very good.
I have never had notes stick out so distinctly to me. That's maybe I'm just really excited about this one.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have. Like, I was gonna go into other beers, but this one specifically for me, I need to take one more sip. I'm sorry, this is so good. So I'm getting citrus, grapefruit, orange, like you said. I would agree with the honeydew. A whole lot of citrus, different citruses. One thing that really kind of felt like it was like a kick on the tongue a little bit, and not too overbearing though, because it blended with the citrus. Lime.
Yeah.
I'm getting a decent amount of lime. Or like lime zest. This is really, I'm loving the flavors. This is a very unique IPA.
Dude, that's pretty spot on.
This is good.
Because I do I feel like it's, I have like the orange up front and then but also the grapefruit. And then I get the lime too.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It was, right when I took, let me take another sip real fast.
I feel like I can almost get the lime on the nose as well.
It is interesting. I absolutely love this beer already. You first sip it, and the mouthfeel is a nice, medium, heavy, coats the tongue. Really nice mouthfeel, pillowy. And then you have the citrus right off the bat, and then out of nowhere, I just get a kick of lime, and then just washes over. A little more citrus, a little more melon.
Well, because it is
sweet melon. This is really good.
It's a pretty juicy finish too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would not be able to tell it's an 8.6.
No, you can't. No.
It does have that medium heavy mouthfeel though, but I don't know. When swallowing it, it does not have that bite. It doesn't have a bite to it at all.
No, it's just really juicy. I'm not getting a whole lot of bitterness. Booziness.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not getting a whole lot of bitterness either.
I'm not getting a lot of bitterness at all.
I'm not getting what I meant to say. Well, that too, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting the booziness.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is nice.
It is.
It's dangerous, but it's nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like I could drink a lot of these.
I could crush a few of these.
Yeah. Yeah, very crushable.
Yeah,
honestly.
This is really good, especially for a double. This is so smooth.
Because 8.6 is pretty up there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Which is interesting. I'm not a huge lime guy. I don't I like what margaritas are lime themed, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge lime guy, so I like certain things with lime, but I'm not all about the lime really. Mm-hmm. There's one thing I remember that comes to mind in particular, kind of random, but lime seasoned chips, potato chips, tortilla chips.
Yeah.
I hate those. They're not good. I don't like that too much lime, but this is spot on. This is really good.
It is really good.
Yeah, so
it's not overbearing.
No, not at all. I think that's why I like it so much.
Perfect amount.
Refreshing lime. It's a splash of lime, and like I said, I'm not a lime guy, but this is really good. I do really appreciate the notes of lime in this one. Yeah. It's really good.
It is really good.
So we're going to keep on sipping this. We'll keep on kind of going back to it a little bit. Thank you for joining us again. But we wanted to give you a fun fact. So a fun beer fact today. We are going to talk about, well, not really talk about, I'm just going to tell you a fun fact.
Yeah, we'll just let you know what we found.
Yeah, really. The fun fact of the day, Cenocophobia. I'll say that once more. Cenocophobia is the fear of an empty beer glass. I think we all have a little bit of cenocophobia from time to time.
I agree.
Yeah.
Especially if you're drinking an incredible beer.
Like this.
I
think by the end of this, we're going to have a little bit of that.
I'm going to be...
Cenocophobia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Once it's over.
I mean, so you're going to be sad or you're going to be scared? Maybe both?
Ooh.
Because it's the fear of an empty beer glass.
Yeah, I think I'll be more sad.
I might be scared. I don't know.
You'll just be cowering in the corner.
Yeah.
Once it's gone. Not knowing if you'll ever have it. I guess not knowing if you'll ever have
That's
it again.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, it is a collab, so, likely with how collabs go, it's kind of like a one-time thing. Mm-hmm. So we probably won't ever have this again.
Holy crap.
Now I'm getting scared.
I'm kind of freaking out.
Yeah. So, Ben, what is our brewery talk today?
So our brewery talk today, I mean, it's pretty, I feel like it could take a lot of different...
turns.
A lot of different
twists and turns.
But, the main, theme behind it is technology.
Yeah.
And Robert, I have a story to share with you about technology.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So I have a question for you.
Yep.
When you are what would you assume if you're driving down the road, and you're on a road with like a lot of stoplights, like all that, and you're hitting every single red light, whatever. So you like
the worst.
Yeah. Okay. So and there's like a lot of people on a road, and you're behind a certain someone. They're the first in line. They're right next to the light, right? You pull up behind them, so you're second.
Mm-hmm. And
the light turns green, but they're not going.
Yeah.
What do you expect that they're doing?
Texting.
Exactly. So this happened to me, and someone they were just staying there. Actually, no, I think there was a car that was in front of them, and then they were the second car, and I was the third car. So they had even more space to go. And they weren't going, so I was like, okay, this guy's... Because I saw that it was a guy.
Yeah.
I was like, he's just looking at his phone. Like, I know that's what he's doing. And I tried to honk. My horn, wasn't working for some reason. Because I wasn't trying to, I wasn't mad. I was just going to, hey,
That's what I try to do.
Yeah.
I try to be polite about it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to I was just going to do but it wasn't working. So he finally, saw it and started going. And I was like, okay, I'm glad he's going. But he was like, and then he started swerving off to the right, and I was like, "Okay, dude, put your phone down.
Maybe
what are you
drunk?"
Well, let me get to this.
All right.
So I was like, "Dude, put your phone down. What are you doing?" And but he was going slow, so I wanted to go around him. So I get over to the left to pass him. I look over. This dude is doing a Rubik's Cube in his car.
You know what? Good for him.
But dude, what?
Yeah,
have you ever seen that?
No.
I was shocked. I was like, dude. I mean, I was totally expecting to look over, and he's looking down at his phone or had his phone up here. He was doing a Rubik's Cube.
That's pretty lame.
Isn't that crazy?
I love how we just said that's pretty lame. I wish I could. I can't solve a Rubik's Cube.
Well,
so
it was
smart.
definitely not solved. All the colors were still mixed. But I was just like, what are you, why?
Yeah.
Why are you doing a Rubik's Cube while you're driving?
Huh, I don't know. That's very unique.
And now, let's talk more about technology. I thought it was funny because I was assuming that he was going to be on his phone.
Just on his phone. And I think that's kind of... so we picked technology. Just kind of wanted a general topic to laid back conversation. Kind of give our thoughts on the theme of technology.
Don't Rubik's Cube and drive.
Yeah, and that's actually the moral of this entire episode is please raise awareness and don't Rubik's and drive.
Yeah.
Please.
And if this guy is randomly watching it, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, dude, what are you doing? So, Ben, you're kind of going through a little thing right now with the breakaway of technology, right? Which I totally respect.
Yeah.
And enlighten us. Kind of what is your thought behind this? And tell them what you're doing.
Yeah, so... Okay, I feel like when I explain it, it sounds like I'm paranoid, but I promise I am not paranoid.
He's not paranoid.
I'm not paranoid. But we had the Alexa, just one of those speakers.
Yeah, the smart speaker. Yeah.
Just that, some people have Alexa power their whole entire home. But we just had the Bluetooth speaker for it. So we had the Alexa, and I disconnected that. I unplugged Alexa, and I didn't like that she knew who I was based off of my voice, and then I realized ads started showing up on different social media apps.
To clarify, I do want to touch on something you just said.
Okay.
Is that yes, she was recognizing your voice over your wife's or anyone else's.
Yeah.
And she knew it was you and respond to Ben specifically, right?
Yeah, because I was at my house, and honestly, and you can let me know if I just totally forget how I set this up. And so it might have been where I set it, voice activated it. And that could have been why she knew it was me. But I can't remember specifically doing that. I honestly can't. And so I remember saying Alexa, do you know who I am? And she was like, you're Ben. And I just was like, oh, that's kind of weird. I was like, I forget what name I said. Let's just say I said Nick or something. I was like, Alexa, call me Nick. And she was like, you're not Nick, you're Ben. And I was like, oh, I don't like that. You're not listening to me.
You found that off-putting. Yeah,
that was off-putting. So I unplugged her. I just felt I don't know. I didn't want her in my house. And then I've recently started not sleeping. I have my phone out of our room. Mm-hmm. I just leave my phone in the kitchen at night and plug my phone into a charger in the kitchen.
Why?
And then because I feel I would get into bed and just look at my phone. Yeah. And then I wouldn't fall asleep. I would just look at my phone, and that would be that was the last thing I would do before I fell asleep. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't for me personally, I didn't like that habit of getting into bed just to look at my phone. Yeah. And no judgment on people that do that, but for me I just kind of wanted to just get away from that. And like then to like on that too, like I deleted Facebook as well because I just felt like it's such a habit, like for everyone, and like everyone does this. Like you sit down, whether it's at like a restaurant or like even when you're like at home, like watching a movie, like you sit on the couch or on a chair or something, and you just pull out your phone and you just like start mindlessly scrolling, like looking. And like for me, like personally, I was just like, I don't want to. I want to like break the habit of doing that. Yeah. And like if I don't have like Facebook, then I'm not going to go on it and like look at it. And so like, and I've found like I've been sleeping a lot better.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But that's really it. That's all the technology stuff that I've taken a step back from.
Yeah. So Ben kind of explained his whole side of it. I'm actually kind of like, I mean, what you described is kind of how I am. Is like I go to sleep and that's probably the last thing I do is.
Yeah. I mean, that's
one of the last things I do is scroll through my phone. But then like I realize that'll keep me up for a little while longer. And I've read studies that say actually that and I'm sure there's maybe some contradicting studies out there, but one of the studies I read was saying that if you're looking at your phone before going to bed, it's going to keep you up longer. It has to do something with the light and everything and just your brain activity. So that's interesting. It's something that I could try. I do fall asleep to TV every night, though. Yeah. Every night I put on The Office. And it's just because I know all of the lines because I've seen it so many times. And so for me, it's like a comfort thing. But
I did also disable Siri. So Siri, I can't talk to Siri on my phone. Yeah. And I deleted like my location, like so my friends don't have my location, and I don't have theirs anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's.
But like before you like continue, I just want to say like. This is just for me personally. Like I understand like that people still do that and like that's totally fine. But it's for me personally and like my habits that absolutely. I wanted to like try to be better at.
Yeah. No, and I totally respect that. I think I come at it a little bit different, and Ben knows this because I work in digital advertising. And so I have some sort of knowledge with like AI and where it's going, and on to a very limited extent, to be honest. I'm not like working on AI, but we definitely use that with digital advertising nowadays. Actually, one thing before I get too into that was that you mentioned that you shut off Alexa, and so I have a Google Home, and I love it. Like I love being able to just sit on my couch or even from my bed. I'm like, hey Google, like play this song or play this artist, play this new album for me. I think I love being able to do that, but a lot of people don't realize that it actually is always listening to you. So to support kind of the point you're coming from. Yeah. It is always listening to you, and a lot of the public didn't even realize that, still don't, but it became more, publicly known. There was like a murder case that happened not too long ago. And the police requested the records, the vocal like recordings and stuff from like whatever the smart speaker they had in their home. Like it was like Alexa or Google Home. Yeah. So they like I don't know if it's like a subpoena or a warrant, search warrant, or some sort of warrant or something like that. But they tried to get the records, and they were handed over, I believe. Seems like it'd be a warrant. And that's how it kind of came to public, came to light. Was that they actually it is. Keeping track of what you're saying and recording at least to an extent. Yeah. And so they were able to grab those, as far as I know, they were able to grab those sound bites and, use that as evidence. But it is always listening, which is kind of weird. But I look at it as someone who does digital advertising. I look at it when I have the opportunity to opt into like, oh yeah, sure, share my data. I don't have a problem with it though, because of what I do for a living. I'm aware that what a lot of those recordings are being used for and stuff is for advertising purposes, really, and it's to custom tailor ads for people. So we're refining the process so that you're not going to be served companies do not want to serve you ads if you're not interested. It's a waste of their money, a waste of your time, and it's going to just piss you off if you're getting a bunch of ads that are irrelevant. And so they're trying to refine the process so that they can make sure that you are interested in that so that you are more likely to purchase, which is great for the business, but it's also great because you're getting stuff that you actually have interest in, you might want. So that's why I don't really have a problem with it. Like I said, I have a Google Home. I opt in for share my data. I don't care. I like refining the process. I will say, as an advertiser though, and someone who is able to utilize that data, I don't know how they do it sometimes because I've been at work And like one example was a coworker was like, yeah, I'm going to buy some TRX bands, which is, if you're not familiar, it's like these workout type of band things.
Oh, yeah.
And then less than a minute later, I opened my phone and I went on one of the social media platforms and I had an ad for TRX bands. And I'd never in my life searched it or anything. And so that was weird. I was like, okay, like how it was clearly listening to know that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know fully how they do that. What I am aware of, what I can do.
Like, does that kind of make you think your phone's listening too?
Yeah, no, your phone is listening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your phone's listening to you. You know, I was listening to.
But who's your phone? Like, is that someone in there or
no? Like
no,
a guy named Mike.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, is it? I'm just.
I mean, I don't know how it works. Like I said, I don't work in all
you did say
that field.
Yeah.
You know, I was listening to a podcast. I don't listen to it too often, but Joe Rogan was interviewing Elon Musk, and Elon Musk was saying that he thinks that we're all technically already, like, in a way, androids, because we're attached to our phones. They're always on us. They have our lives on them, you know, like our friends, all our, you know, communications, our plans, calendars. And it's just like a little extension of us, which was an interesting outlook.
And you're like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, do you agree with that?
I do. I mean, to an extent, I don't think we're like, obviously we're not robots, but I think to an extent, yeah, his theory makes sense.
It kind of sounds like it has become an extension of who we are.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, no, I definitely think that that's true. Like clearly, like a lot of our lives revolve around technology and the ability, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
Really?
I don't. I think that as long as you're aware.
Not you saying that specifically, but like the fact, because I mean that sounds correct.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
Like that's off-putting to me.
Yeah.
And like I don't want that for me.
I think that personally, a lot of it is like ease of life and there's benefits to it. It's like a modern technology providing medicine, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna like say no to like this new like things that are like can cure an uncurable disease. My Apple Watch, I have an Apple Watch, and I like that little things like the convenience of it pinging me when I'm supposed to make a turn coming up, rather than me having to look at my phone when I'm driving. It'll like vibrate, and then I have my hand on my steering wheel, and I can look at my watch real fast, and I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to turn in like 300 feet. Stuff like that. It's just like ease of living. I think it kind of benefits. It benefits daily life, I think, to an extent. I think that people do get caught up in it, though. I absolutely think that.
Yeah, and I don't think you're caught up in it.
Yeah, well, thank you, Ben.
No, you're not. Like,
and like I said, I'm not super involved in like the whole AI. Like, I'm just able to utilize it to an extent. I'm able to, like, one thing it's not necessarily AI, but it's like interesting is how they track you online as far as your web searches and stuff. So if you visit like some random website, I don't know, like that involves like shoes, and let's say that's one of my clients, I can track every single page you went to. I can retarget, so send you ads later on when you're just searching across the internet, not even on that website anymore. You're just on the internet in general, and you start getting ads for that shoe company. Like, that would be something that I can set up to do to you, and I can follow you based off of certain criteria, whatever I pick. I can track you based off of how many pages you viewed on our website, how long you were on our website.
You can do this?
Yeah, oh, it's easy. It's super easy to do. Yeah, so...
do you have to have a program?
So I'm using...
Because it's websites that you're doing advertising for.
Yeah, so it's my clients. Okay. It's only strictly their website, so I can't say like, okay, whoever went to this random website, I can follow you.
Okay.
It has to be our own domain.
You can't just go to any website.
No. Thank you. That's a good point to clarify. Yeah, so I can track how many pages you viewed on our website, how long you were on our website, what specific pages you went to, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And based off of certain data that I want to track, I can be like, okay, this person's way more inclined to make a purchase, so let's follow them now and throw ads at them. That's kind of like the extent of what I do. Yeah. I don't fully know, and that's only a small part of what I do, to be honest. But I don't fully understand the whole AI thing, but it's becoming bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
You know, in advertising.
So, and
in life in general.
Yeah. I mean, all that to say, like, right now, if you're listening to this, you're listening to a podcast. Mm-hmm. So, like, I'm, like, recording a podcast.
Right.
With my laptop and a mic.
And your friend.
Yes, my friend. And our camera. Yeah. And, like, all this stuff. So, like, obviously, like, I know, like, technology is like just a part of everyday life.
Yeah.
For me, it is for me. Like I work on a computer as well, and I don't know. There's just like, and like I get like wanting. So I'm not trying to argue at all. Like I'm not trying to argue. So like because I understand like the ease of it, but like I said, just for me personally, I don't think I want that ease.
Yeah.
I want to like, I don't know, and not that you're not present. Like I'm not saying that, but for me, like I feel like that it makes me not as present as I should be.
I would 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
He is not present.
He does not listen. No, I am. I obviously think you do listen, and you're like totally like present when we hang out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I do 100% agree with what you're saying. Like I think that a lot of people aren't present. And
I
like,
do too.
We do, even myself.
I mean, you go to a restaurant and people are like sitting at
scrolling through their phone.
They're scrolling through, and I'm sure I've done that too.
Yeah,
like
we all have.
You go with your friends, and like you look around and everyone's on their phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and like every time that happens, I'm just like, oh, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Dude,
we're androids, bro.
Yeah, and I don't want to be that. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of our rant on technology. I don't know. We just thought it'd be an interesting topic because brewery talk is supposed to be something where we kind of just a random conversation that you might have with your friends, and I think that's obviously that's a big one right now. I've heard so many people complaining about technology, and I know a lot of people. I
know you're not. Like
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about it. Like technology's, it's great. It's like done a lot of great things for, and you know what? It like connects us to different parts of the world and like to different cultures that we wouldn't have connection with because you can't always travel. Like not everyone can do that. So like it does have, obviously it has its perks. Yeah. But I want less of it.
Mm-hmm. No, and I like I'm saying, I 100% get it. Yeah. Like that makes sense to me. And I've had other friends who have said like when they realized that those smart speakers, smart homes are always listening to you, like they don't like them either anymore. They're like, that's weird. I'm sure that maybe I'm being a little naive and like thinking like, okay, it's just for advertising. I don't put it past like.
I don't think it's being naive. I
do. Well, like, point being, I see that there is risk and other potentials for that, like for the ability to listen in on people's random conversations within their own homes or personal conversations. I think that's clearly a potential risk. Yeah. Like I'm not even arguing that, and I think that, but. I don't know. Right now, I'm fine with it, I guess. I mean, and it's definitely, my thoughts might change on it, but we'd be curious to hear what you guys think. How you feel about technology, and especially with the smart homes. That is the part that is a little weird, is that they do always listen to you, and a lot of people weren't aware of that.
So do you know, like kind of smart home related, because like Siri is like on your phone and it's smart. So I turned like the voice activation off and everything. Right. Is my phone still listening? Do you think?
No, I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure. But actually, you do have to... No, actually, I don't think that's... What I just said isn't true. Okay. You do have to actually go and... I think you have to shut off Instagram as well. Not delete it necessarily, but enable like the audio or the mic. Because I'm pretty sure... And yeah, everyone go into a lot of your apps. Go into your apps. Because I know... I believe the Instagram app and those things are always listening to you. And that makes sense. That's why my friend, my coworker, mentioned those special workout band things, and they popped out right away on, I think it was Instagram for me. Yeah. So those are things you have to shut off if you have an issue with that. But I don't know. I think technology is advancing, and I think it's a great thing. But I think it's really interesting, and there are potential risks to it. I think it's just a really interesting topic, especially with what I do. But yeah. 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 Back to the beer though, and modern craft beer and the technology that makes that. Yeah. I don't know. Segue.
The technology and the art that goes.
I'd say more of an art. Yeah.
Dude, for sure.
Doesn't matter how good your brewing equipment is. It comes down to the science of it and how good the brewer is. Ooh. This is a very good beer. Should that be a t-shirt? Maybe. That would be a long.
It was a good quote.
A lot of wordage. A lot of verbiage. Is worded? Verbiage.
Verbiage.
So once again, we're trying a collaboration right now from Other Half in Humble C. Other Half being in Brooklyn, New York. Humble C being in Santa Cruz, California. Double IPA called Huffing Dryer Sheets, coming in at 8.6 ABV. Very good beer.
Very good.
A lot of citrus. A kick of lime, which is a pleasing kick for someone who doesn't particularly like lime, but I think it's awesome. Very good beer, medium heavy mouthfeel. It stayed consistent through the entire tasting. This is a very good beer.
Yeah, it is very good.
Yeah. So thank you once again for joining us. We really do appreciate it. If you have any feedback, rate us. Feel free to rate us on YouTube, comment on YouTube, or on the the major podcast streaming platforms. But we're also on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. On Instagram and Facebook, it is at Original Brew Collective. Twitter is at Brew Original, and then we have our individual Instagram handles. Ben,
Mine is at Benjamin_OBC, and then Robert's is at Robert_OBC. So you can go on there and give us a follow, and
we'd appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Make us feel real special.
It would.
Yeah,
I would feel very special.
It'd make our day.
Yeah.
Ben, we're gonna close this one out. We're gonna keep sipping on this incredible collaboration. This is a really good collaboration.
It is.
Ben,
the two coasts.
Yeah.
Coming together.
Coast to coast, coming together. Unity.
Yeah.
Ben, who are we cheersing to? We're closing this one out.
We're going to close this one out.
Well, obviously we're cheersing to everyone who's listening.
We're cheersing to everyone. Always. We'll always be cheersing to everyone.
But
you know what? Cheers to Amelia Earhart and wherever you are.
Cheers, Amelia.
Cheers.